Sectors, we have divided them as per the, let me show you this, then you will get it. Yeah. As per the nature of the work, which is primary, secondary, and tertiary. Now we are going to divide the same sectors, the same works into organized and unorganized. It is very simple that what are organized, what are unorganized, but it takes a little bit of understanding regarding this. So let's talk about the organized sector first. What is organized? What is an matlab, how you consider something as organized? If it have definitive ideas, if it have something which is ordered, or if it have something which is good to understand, or it have something good facilities, right? Now organized sector, which means that there will be a security of employment, people will be happy who are in organized sector, and then provident fund will be there, medical insurance will be there, employer follows multiple government acts also, and these acts usually go against the process of employers. So go against the process of employers in the unorganized sectors. For example, Factories Act, it limits the employer. It limits the employer to do some unethical practice with the employees, or minimum wages will be there, and then paid leaves will be there, maternal leaves will be there, gratuity will be there, overtime will be there, paid overtime will be there. So these are the things will be in the organized sector, which means that it is very organized, and people will have some kind of a rights in them, and employers must follow those rules. That is an organized sector. Now let's go into unorganized sector. There will be no secured employment. Maybe I'll call you for work. Maybe you call me for some kind of work to build your house, and then tomorrow I'll not be having some kind of tomorrow somebody will be doing my work, and I'll not be having a job tomorrow. So that is what I'm saying here, seasonal jobs or work only. If you are sick, if I am sick, for example, and I don't know, I cannot work today, then I'll be removed. There is no work or job guarantee here. And then there will be no unpaid leaves. Maybe, for example, if I don't go to work, I'll not be earning today. No drinking water, or no minimum wages, or no women protection also. Women protection also will not be there. So these are the things will be there in unorganized sector. Now what the government should do is, government should start to protect workers from unorganized sector. So government will implement multiple things here, which includes many schemes which we'll be discussing in this episode. So let's start with how the government protects the unorganized sector. Let's say it in the air. How are we thinking? Just do comment below. How are you thinking the government can protect people from unorganized sector? See, unorganized sector is not good for India, right? Not only for India, for any developing economy, unorganized sector should be less, should be in low numbers, right? It should not be high. Unorganized sector, if it is high, then people will be suffering a lot. If they are suffering a lot, you cannot even calculate the revenue of them, because they everything will be operating in black. That is big problem. So we, any development, even India or any developing country, should move from unorganized sector to organized sector, right? From unorganized sector to organized sector, we have to move from unorganized sector, people from unorganized sector to organized sector. So let's see how are we protecting. So many organized companies give unorganized jobs. The major problem here is, even big companies who we listen every day in the news, they also go for unorganized jobs. Why will they go? Because they can evade taxes. They are not needed to follow laws. For example, a supermarket company is there, and this company may ask a worker to work for 16 hours, but they will pay general day wage, which is 8 hours. So no, he's doing an overtime. He or she is doing an overtime in the supermarket, but he's paying very less. He's paid very less. So that is a big problem in India. Even the organized companies which you listen every day, even they will follow unorganized jobs. That is a big problem. So from 1990s, we have observed something here. The as per NCRT, that is something which we have to see. What did we observe as per 1990s? That is, organized sector the jobs in organized sector are becoming low and jobs in unorganized sector is becoming high. So we have to protect them at any cost now. We have to protect people at any cost who are in the unorganized sector. Basically, who will be in the unorganized sector? Let's consider it like this. In rural areas, basically farmers will be, basically farm laborers. So consider like this, agricultural laborers will be in the unorganized sector. So how can we change an agricultural laborer to organized sector? If we can provide them credit, if we can provide them some storage or timely seeds or some kind of a hope that he can grow crop on himself, so this thing can pull out that guy from the rural unorganized sector to organized sector. So he can go and get the grains from the government, he can go get the credit from the bank, he can go and sow his own field. That is what happens if a rural 80 basically 80% of farmers in India are in the rural unorganized sector. So next, in the urban in the urban industries case, we have small scale industries which produce ice, which produce edible ice, which produce raw materials, which produce maybe construction bricks or something like that. These things, these companies will be in the unorganized sector. These will be employing unorganized in the unorganized sector. Why will they be employing them? Because they can easily evade the laws. I hope you understood why are they doing it. And then these vulnerable workers, you have something double problem also here. As we have discussed, there is a double front problem in the vulnerable groups in class 9. Similar to that here also, whoever unemployed and if they belong to SC or ST communities, this is economic problem, this is social discrimination. So they have a problem in the in both ways. As a society, social discrimination they will face, and also economic because they will not have money. So these are the vulnerable workers, vulnerable to calamities, vulnerable to many things in the society today. I hope you understood about this episode. We have divided the sectors as per the type of employment. One is organized, one of unorganized. As per the employer, consider it like this: employer, as per employer. So organized and unorganized. And then this unorganized consists of many people in India. The aim of government should be bringing people from unorganized sector to organized sector. How can they bring? They can bring by providing credits, by providing storage, by providing some kind of a low interest loans to companies particularly whoever employ an unorganized sector. Hope you understood this. In the next episode, we are going to see we are going to divide these sectors into public and private. That will be very interesting video, because public means government and private means private companies. We are going to discuss about that in the next episode. Hope you understood everything as of now. If you have any doubts, please do let me know in the comment section. Also comment what you have taken away from this video. Do like and share with your friends who are doing NCRTs. If they understand or miss a term, then definitely this video will be helpful for them. Meet you in the next episode. Thanks for watching again.